This week, poisoned open-source packages target CI pipelines. 30,000 Facebook accounts fall to a phishing relay. Extortion crews accelerate inside SaaS. A ransomware negotiator pleads guilty to helping the attackers, and a Linux kernel flaw joins the known exploited list. Here's what defenders need to know and do next. First, a quick orienting snapshot. Multiple vendors pushed fresh security patches and advisories, underscoring the value of tight vulnerability management. At the same time, extortion and ransomware activity kept operational pressure high, with teams balancing rapid containment, recovery work, and tough decision-making. With that backdrop, let's get into the details. Poisoned Ruby gems and Go modules are being used to exploit CI pipelines for credential theft. Researchers tied the activity to the GitHub account Bufferzone Corp, which published repositories associated with malicious Ruby gems and Go modules. The packages were seeded as sleeper components, later delivering payloads that stole credentials, tampered with GitHub actions, and established SSH persistence. This matters because build systems and developer workflows are high-trust, high-impact targets. A single compromised pipeline can cascade into organization-wide access and tainted releases. Defender takeaway: audit and pin dependencies, enforce checksums and provenance checks, and lock down CI secrets and runner permissions. Monitor for unexpected workflow file changes, self-hosted runner registrations, or new SSH keys, and rotate tokens if any suspect packages were pulled. Consider allow lists for third-party packages and tighten least privilege scopes on automation tokens. 30,000 Facebook accounts were hacked via a Google AppSheet-based phishing relay. A Vietnam-linked operation used AppSheet to host or relay phishing content, sending lures that harvested credentials and then resold stolen accounts through an illicit storefront. Abuse of a trusted cloud platform helped the campaign slip past filters and user suspicion. This matters for any organization using Facebook for marketing or customer engagement. Hijacked business accounts can run fraudulent ads, drain budgets, and harm brand reputation, often before teams notice. Defender takeaway: enforce multi-factor authentication, ideally hardware security keys on social and ad accounts. Enable login alerts and monitor for ad spend anomalies and unauthorized role changes in Business Manager. Tune email and web filters to scrutinize links hosted on legitimate platforms like AppSheet, and regularly review connected apps and tokens on social accounts. Run a rapid response playbook for account takeover to revoke sessions and regain control quickly. Cybercrime groups are using phishing and SSO abuse in rapid SaaS extortion attacks. Two clusters, referred to as Cordial Spider and Snarky Spider, are executing high-speed data theft almost entirely inside cloud and SaaS environments, leaving minimal endpoint traces. Tactics include voice-based social engineering to capture MFA prompts or credentials, followed by abuse of single sign-on to pivot and exfiltrate sensitive data for extortion. This matters because traditional on-prem and endpoint-centric controls may not see or stop these campaigns, and the dwell time can be measured in hours, not days. Defender takeaway: move to phishing-resistant MFA like FIDO2 for SSO, enforce conditional access and number matching, disable legacy authentication, and tighten just-in-time admin access. Expand monitoring to SaaS audit logs, OAuth app grants, and anomalous data egress. Implement data loss prevention where possible, and rehearse an account compromise playbook that includes immediate token revocation, session resets, and rapid scoping of cloud data exposure. Train staff against phishing, emphasizing verification before approving prompts or sharing codes. A ransomware negotiator was working for a ransomware gang and has pleaded guilty. While details remain limited, the individual secretly aided the criminals while representing victims in payment negotiations. This is the latest development in a broader pattern of integrity risks within the incident response ecosystem. It matters because organizations rely on third parties for urgent decisions that carry legal, financial, and operational consequences. A compromised advisor can inflate payments, leak strategy, and prolong disruption. Defender takeaway: vet incident response, legal, and negotiation partners with background checks, conflict of interest disclosures, and references. Establish pre-approved vendor rosters and require transparent communication logs and dual control oversight for negotiations. Maintain a documented ransom decision framework, including legal review and regulatory considerations, so you are not building governance on the fly under pressure. Finally, CISA added one new vulnerability, to the Known Exploited Vulnerabilities Catalog, CVE 2026-31431, a Linux kernel incorrect resource transfer between spheres vulnerability, based on evidence of active exploitation. The KEV designation signals real-world attacker use and prioritization for remediation, and federal agencies are required to address KEV items under Binding Operational Directive 2201. This matters because Linux underpins servers, containers, appliances, and cloud hosts. An actively exploited kernel issue can provide broad leverage for attackers. Defender takeaway: inventory where affected Linux kernel versions may be running, prioritize patching or mitigations, and validate after action with configuration management and vulnerability scans. Monitor for exploitation indicators and update detection rules and baselines tied to kernel behavior. If this briefing helped you prioritize your week, subscribe for operational updates, share it with your team, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next rundown. Stay sharp, stay patched, and I'll see you in the next briefing.